Hi everyone, my name is Lex and welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be sharing with you a weekly vlog. It's one of my goals for 2023 to do more vlogging. I talk a lot about the garden and what I'm doing in the garden and garden tours and how-tos, but I don't do a whole lot of just vlogging about my day-to-day world, and I want to get to know my viewers better. I want them to get to know me better on a little more personal level, and so it is a goal of mine to do more vlogging. And one of the things that I've always had a difficult time doing when I think about vlogging and daily vlogs is that I just don't have a whole lot of super interesting things happening on a day-to-day basis. Very routine, get the kids to school, I go to work, there's some chores, household chores, animal chores that we have to do, but I don't have a huge homestead, I don't have a huge farm, and it's just pretty typical and routine kind of stuff that goes on around here. So what I wanted to try to do is more of like a weekly vlog where I'm doing, small little clips throughout the days of the week that I find that would be interesting to the viewers here on gardening and homesteading related content, but also sharing some other things that are not related to that, other things that I have interest in and the family has interest in, just so that you can kind of start to get to know us a little bit better. So we're going to watch the weekly vlog from January 8th through the 14th. I started off the week with getting into some seed organizing for the 2023 garden season. Today was a really nice and sunny day, so on my lunch break I went out to the greenhouse and started to sow my onion seeds. Onions need to be sowed very early in the season, like if you're in a northern climate like I am. Starting them in January is the time when you need to start your onions from seed. So I went ahead and took about half an hour to get a couple different varieties of onion seeds sown into my trays here. And I have a video all about how to start seeds that I will link below. Definitely check that out if you want more information on how to start seeds. Felt really good to be out in the greenhouse again, getting my hands in some soil, feeling like I'm actually doing something garden related. The greenhouse, the temper fluctuates, but during the day it can get up to 60, 65 degrees when it's sunny out, and so I have a good feeling that these will germinate and they'll be sprouting up in no time. I also had Isis, my dog, and Tara, my cat, in there with me. They seem to enjoy the warmer weather of the greenhouse as well. A little bit of organizing a couple days before this, and so it looks so much better than it did, but I still have more cleanup I need to do out there. So including what we had for dinner that night, since I think some of you might appreciate this, I took the roasted ham bone and simmered it in the crock pot all day long, and then used that broth to make a lentil vegetable soup. So I added lentils and carrots and potatoes, and there was some ham left over. Along with that, I had a turkey burger with no cheese, and Carmen made a gluten-free flatbread that I put Miyoko's plant-based butter on. I am following a gluten and dairy-free diet right now, and I try to find ways to substitute whatever I can, and this meal definitely hit the spot, and I was completely satisfied, and it's just really good for you. To Tuesday, we started the morning off with the chickens up by the house. They have a beautiful yard to go range in, but they love to be by the house, and they were hanging out just out the back door, and we were talking a little bit as I started my day. Show you that you can eat anything for breakfast, and this day I had roasted Brussels sprouts, mashed potatoes, like honey mustard sauce over the top, and it was really good. My teeth really well and went to the dentist for my 6-month cleanings. Lunch, I had leftover turkey burger and a large portion of tromboncino squash. I guess I really wanted to share what I was eating this day with you all. After I was done eating, it was back to work for another couple hours. Isis, my dog, she's so funny. She sits on the heating vent right there by the window all the time, and she takes her blankie with her everywhere. But since she's such a short-haired dog, she is always on the heater in the wintertime, so she's definitely my girl, because that's where I am too. Now we are into Wednesday, and the chickens are invading my space again. Up by the house, doing the thing that chickens do. I like to watch them out my windows because, you know, what else am I going to do in the middle of winter when it's very cold outside? I'm going to watch my chickens. Chickens! On in the day, I took a little break from work and took the scrap bucket out to the chickens. They love when I bring that. I can cling the metal on it and they all come running. They know the sound, exactly what it is. And took some time to check the coop, look in the nesting box for some eggs. We're not getting very many eggs right now, like 1 or 2 a day. So any eggs I get are very special. Pop into the greenhouse to check on our onion seeds. It's only been 2 days, and of course I was expecting to see onions sprouted already. Note the sarcasm there. There was no sprouts yet, which I didn't really expect. But everything is looking good. Humidity domes look good. So I am happy with what that is looking like so far. Played outside with the dog for a few minutes with my son Anthony after he got home from school. Isis was really excited to see him. She gets lonely during the day, even though she's got me. She's always very excited when the kids come home. So this is a trough of very cold water. Wait to see what I am going to do with this now. Oh, that's cold. That is really cold. 1 minute. My hand feels frozen. Definitely got the pins and needles right now. 44 degrees out, which is, it's actually not that cold. I don't need my big coat on, but I do because I'm a cold baby. My hand is very cold after that. See how red? 1 minute in the ice water. I don't know the temperature, but there's a big chunk of ice about this thick on top. So it's very cold water. Working my way up to be able to put my body in the very cold water. I don't know when I'm gonna do that. The hands, I'm gonna start with my hands, and we did 1 minute today. Maybe tomorrow I'll do like 1 minute and 30. I'm going to work up to a 3-minute goal. I want to be 3 minutes in here. Start with the hands first, and ooh, just had a thought of putting a foot in. That'll be hard. Isis, let's go. Come on. What you got? Come on. This is what my greens bed currently looks like. The spinach has survived the really cold weather that we've had. Most of the cabbage did not. As you can see, the lettuce did not. But this Napa cabbage over here these two actually did survive, surprisingly, and I have one lettuce plant here that survived, and the kale. The kales also survived. This one is actually doing really good. So at some point soon, I'm gonna start cleaning these ickies out. Actually, it looks like that cabbage is coming back to life. So that means it lived at the root. I'm not really super focused on this right now because it did break when we had our really cold weather. The lid blew off and over. You can see it's broken there. My plastic blew off also. So we need to repair this. And then soon I will probably get some seeds put in here, maybe in a month. I don't know. We'll see. That probably doesn't hurt just to put the seeds in. And they'll come up when the temperature is right for them. Maybe I'll get some more lettuce or spinach going because this seems to be doing good. Okay, now break's over for real. Isis, come on. Let's go. Good girl. I had another meal to share with you. So for dinner, we had beef strips, jasmine rice, and broccoli. And I am also trying to avoid soy as much as possible. So I have this soy sauce alternative, coconut aminos. It tastes very similar to soy sauce, but it's soy-free. It's made from coconut, and it tastes really good. And I was craving a little something sweet, so I had this 85% dark chocolate. Found it at Walmart. It's very delicious. Secret Santa gift exchange at work, and so one of my coworkers sent me poi balls, and Lucas and I are learning how to do poi tricks. And so Wednesday night we were playing with them, just kind of spinning them around, and we were having so much fun. I love them. I think they're really cool, and the kids like them too. Okay, moving on to Thursday. I didn't have a whole lot that I recorded Thursday, but I did get the morning chicken chores. We were low on the water there, and so we actually have a big trough in the chicken coop that we have a floating heater on top so the water doesn't freeze. And there's a hose spigot on the bottom of it, so we can fill up the water into a bucket and dump it into the chicken waterer without having to haul it back and forth from the house, because we turn all of our hoses off in the winter time because of the freezing. So this has actually worked out pretty good on getting fresh water out to the chickens without having a lot of extra work to haul it back and forth. I'm a shallow Brahma. And then part of dinner that night was cooking up more tromboncino squash. So the tromboncino has a really long neck, and I roasted that in the oven first, and then after it had cooled off, I cut them into like little banana size like chunks, and sauteed that in some coconut oil to kind of crisp up the outsides, and put cinnamon on the outside of it. And it was really good. It was a really good way to use up the tromboncino. And it's something that I will definitely do again. I'm out in our barn / garage to get some hay to put into the chicken coop. And a few weeks ago, one of our Little pale yellow bantam hens went missing. We had 2 of them. One went missing, and we just figured she got snatched up by something. Well, before I get into that, the other little bantam has been with the flock, and it lays an egg, every day, like a young hen should. And so I know that specific bantam has been laying eggs in the coop in the nesting box. Well, I just found something. This is the last little stack of hay we have, and I haven't been in here in a while. I just found all these eggs, and I have a guess that the little yellow bantam that went missing, I have a guess that this was her secret hiding place, and I think something did probably snatch her up in here. Like if she was in here overnight or something, an animal could very easily get into here, raccoon, whatever. I would think these are okay. I don't know, I'm gonna take them in and see what we can do with them. Friday was a very cold day. It was in the lower 20s. And it did snow, but it was a really pretty snow. I really like it when it snows like this and it's just like lightly coating everything. It was really pretty, but it was very cold that day. I checked on the chickens and gave them some more hay, water, and food. Kept them locked up that day because it was so cold they weren't going to go out. From the freezer, I took out some chicken breast and a whole chicken that I got from Rivlow Farms. Check out their YouTube channel. I'll link them below. Great friends of mine. And get that in the kitchen to defrost for dinners over the weekend. Like gold.
Gold.
Egg gold.
That's cool.
And then Carmen and I were off on a day road trip to Columbus, Ohio, which is about 3 hours away from home. And we went out there because I had a work visit. So I work for a well-known clothing retailer and got to visit one of their distribution centers and see all of the ins and outs of how online clothing orders are processed and packaged and shipped and sent off to people's homes like yourself. And it was a really, really good trip, and I really learned a lot and have a greater appreciation of how customer orders are fulfilled. So that was a very cool experience. After the tour, we went to Brewdog Brewery and Tap House in Columbus, had a delicious dinner. I'm going to recreate the meal I had. It was fantastic. It was chicken, roasted chickpeas, roasted almonds, cauliflower rice, tomatoes and avocado. I can't wait to make this again at home. It was just so good. And to finish out the trip, Carmen and I went to downtown Columbus to see a show. So there is a DJ named Nora and Pure that I really like, and she was going to be in Columbus, so we took the opportunity to go and see her live, and it was so much fun. I haven't been to any kind of club like this in a very long time. I thought I was like too old to do this stuff, but I realized I wasn't. There was a lot of people even older than I was there, so it made me feel better. But we had so much fun. It was a very long night, but the trip was great. It was good to just be out with my husband for the day and get to experience all these things together. The rest of the weekend was just very low key after a long work week and long trip to Columbus. I didn't really have much plans after that, and it was pretty cold, so we just kind of stayed home. I got to visit with one of my good friends for a while and just hang out with the kids at home. Lucas and I were watching YouTube videos and learning more poi tricks. So we learned how to do reel turns and the butterfly. So we're gonna practice those through the week and try and get really good at those before we learn more. And we watched the first Avatar movie, so the original movie, because we are planning to go check out the new one on Monday. And that sums up the week for just kind of an average week in January where there's not a whole lot to do, but we're doing enough to keep busy. Hey, bud. So I hope to be able to continue, sharing just kind of these little weekly recaps and get into a habit of doing some more vlogging throughout the year. And gardening season is like right around the corner. I still need to buy seeds. I feel like I'm a little bit behind on that, but it's okay. Even if there are things out there that I can't buy because they're out of stock, I'll just wait till next year. But looking forward to getting some more things started here in the next couple weeks, especially like peppers. Those are going to be early February. We'll be starting peppers, so we're coming up on it, and I'll be sharing all these little things with you along the way. So please stay tuned and come back for more. So as of this video, I am at 956 subscribers. So I only need 44 more subscribers to hit my 1,000 subscriber goal, and then I will be eligible for monetization. So all of the ads that are ran on my videos right now, I get nothing for them. So if you haven't subscribed, I would very much appreciate if you would subscribe. And if you are a subscriber, thank you so much. I really appreciate your support and being here and coming back and watching my videos. And yeah, let's do 2023 together. I'm here for it. I'm gonna do the vlog thing. I'm gonna share all about the garden. Can't wait to do garden tours, more taste test videos. I've got a lot planned for this year, so I hope you all stick around and come back next time. Talk to you later. Bye.